Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport. And with Formula 1 ending, we may have missed the Formula 2 action, which also came to an end for 2022 at Abu Dhabi. So today we are looking at my top 5 most surprising drivers of 2022. But make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video on the top 5 most disappointing Formula 2 drivers of 2022. So with that, let's begin. Number 5, Amaury Cordeel. Based on his early season form, you'd think I'd suffered a severe head injury putting Cordeel on a list of surprisingly good drivers, and if he had kept that up, I would have forgotten he existed just like every other race team in the paddock. But despite not scoring in the first 23 races, Cordeel looked like a different driver in the last 5, getting 4 points finishes and slowly climbing up the rankings. I don't know what changed, but do it more. There were no expectations for Cordeel. He scored no points in 2021 in Formula 3 with Campos, and it looked like he was going to match that in 2022 with Van Amersfoort Racing in Formula 2. But credit, he found the pace and looked very competent in the last few races. He's done enough to earn another year. Number 4, Frederik Vesti. The Danish driver had his first year in Formula 2 with ART and it was decent. It wasn't amazing, but he won a race and finished in the top 10 in the championship. He looked competitive throughout the year, but it was underwhelming at times. There were too many periods of not scoring points, but when he was on form, he did well. He will return in 2023 with Prema, the team he did so well in Formula 3 with, when he finished 4th with 3 wins back in 2020. So next year will be an important year for the Dane. Number 3, Jack Doohan. I think a case could be made for Jack Doohan being given the Alpine Formula 1 seat instead of Pierre Gasly, but maybe the idea of an Australian racing for Alpine would bring up too many bad memories. That being said, for his first season in Formula 2, the Australian was brilliant. 3 wins and 6th overall. I think the Australian is only going to get better as time goes on. It'll be interesting to see what he can do in 2023, presuming he's given a race seat somewhere, but with Virtuosi, I think he excelled in many ways. His end to the championship was poor, 3 retirements in the last 5 races is not good form, and there were crashes and mistakes. But the experience is only going to help him get better in the future, and Formula 1 will be his destiny. Number 2, Logan Sargent. It was only last year I completely wrote the American off. I said after another poor season in Formula 3 that he had no hope of getting a Formula 2 drive, let alone Formula 1. Well, he definitely proved me wrong. He was great in the first half of the season, peaking with feature race wins at Silverstone and the Red Bull Ring. He was soon linked with a Formula 1 drive. And then everything went wrong. A number of crashes saw him go from championship contender to trying to get enough super license points to guarantee his Formula 1 race seat. Well, in the end he managed it. 4th in the championship could be considered a disappointment, seeing as he was a genuine challenger earlier in the year, but it doesn't matter, he'll be replacing Nicholas Latifi in the Williams, racing in Formula 1 against some of the best race drivers in the world. Number 1, Felipe Drogovich. I normally try not to put the champion in these lists, but come on, did anyone see Felipe Drogovich winning the Formula 2 championship? And it's not just that he won it, it's that he won it so dominantly. 5 wins, a first drivers and teams championship for MP Motorsport, 100 points clear of his nearest rival Teo Pourchaire. No one saw this coming. Felipe Drogovich wasn't even attached to a Formula 1 team at year's start. He is now a reserve driver for Aston Martin and possibly one day Fernando Alonso's replacement. It wasn't just his wins that won him this championship, he was consistent all year, only finishing outside the points 4 times. For comparison, Teo Pourchaire finished outside the points in the last 4 races. This was Drogovich's 3rd season and he never showed the capability to do what he has done in 2022. He finished 9th with MP Motorsport in 2020, 8th with Virtuosi in 2021. Now this, an incredible year for an incredible driver, and we have to see what comes in the future for Felipe Drogovich. He might not race in 2022, but at some point, all Formula 2 champions get a Formula 1 drive. So they were the 5 Formula 2 drivers that surprised me the most in 2022, all the way from Amaury Cordeel to Felipe Drogovich. As I said, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my top 5 most disappointing 2022 Formula 2 drivers video coming tomorrow. Check out the career retrospective of Seb Vettel that went up yesterday. Like and share the video. Thank you for watching and have a good one.